He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Have you ever wondered about the deeper meaning of this verse? Psalm 91 is a powerful prayer of protection, faith, and God's presence. He shall give his angels charge over you to keep you in all your ways. What does this promise mean for us today? Today, we'll dive deeper into the powerful messages of Psalm 91. Are you ready? Let's get started. Psalm 91 is considered one of the most powerful psalms, memorized by millions around the world. Although the author of Psalm 91 is not clearly identified, many believe it was King David who dedicated his life to God. The words of Psalm 91 are not just a prayer, but a powerful declaration of faith and God's protection. Throughout history, Psalm 91 has been a source of comfort for warriors, the sick, and those seeking peace. You shall not be afraid of the terror by night. These words promise that God will protect us from every danger. But Psalm 91 is not just about physical protection. It also promises spiritual protection. He shall cover you with his feathers. This is a metaphor for God's gentle love and care. Imagine God as a refuge where nothing can harm you. I will be with him in trouble. This is a promise that God will never abandon you. These words are not just ancient texts. They are alive and powerful in our lives today. Psalm 91 was written in a historical context full of challenges as the people of Israel faced wars and dangers. The promises of protection and peace in Psalm 91 provided comfort to those living in uncertain times. Many believe the imagery of shadow in Psalm 91 reflects God's presence guiding the Israelites through the wilderness. Through the centuries, Psalm 91 has become a song sung in prayers and worship. Scholars have spent hundreds of years analyzing the rich imagery in Psalm 91. He shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the perilous pestilence. This promise emphasizes that God always protects his children. In times of war, many soldiers turn to Psalm 91 as a prayer for strength and courage. Even during World War II, Psalm 91 was carried by soldiers as a talisman of protection. For the sick, God's promise of protection brings comfort during trials. The imagery of wings, shadow, and angels in Psalm 91 symbolize God's comprehensive protection. Not just in ancient times, but today, many families read Psalm 91 to pray for peace for their loved ones. No evil shall befall you. This is a powerful promise, but what does it mean in our daily lives? Some researchers believe Psalm 91 speaks not just of physical protection, but also of spiritual covering. In every verse, Psalm 91 invites us to seek God as our ultimate refuge. The promise that angels will guard us is one of the most beautiful images in Psalm 91. In every era, Psalm 91 reminds us that nothing is beyond the power of God. This is a song of peace. It calms us, even when the world around us is chaotic. Psalm 91 has stood the test of time, becoming a guiding light for millions of generations. The words of Psalm 91 are like a lamp shining in the darkness, guiding us through difficult times. We don't just read, but live with the faith that God is our refuge. So what does Psalm 91 invite you to do? It reminds you to trust, pray, and find peace in God. As we read Psalm 91, we realize that every word is a reminder of God's faithfulness. 1,000 may fall at your side, but it shall not come near you. This is a powerful promise for those who trust God. As we delve deeper into Psalm 91, we see that it's not just poetry, but a declaration of faith. So let's continue to uncover the deeper meanings of Psalm 91. Psalm 91 is not just a prayer. It is a promise and a powerful declaration of God's protection. Verse 4 says, "He shall cover you with his feathers." This reflects both the gentleness and strength of God. The promise that angels will guard us emphasizes that we are never alone. He shall give his angels charge over you. Can you imagine angels guarding you in all your ways? Think about the power of this promise. Even when we cannot see it, God is always with us. The imagery of angels in Psalm 91 is not just symbolic but reflects God's real presence in our lives. The promises in Psalm 91 are not just for the weak but also for the strong who face danger. 1,000 may fall at your side, but it shall not come near you. This verse emphasizes God's supreme power. When facing challenges, Psalm 91 reminds us that God is the only refuge we need. Each verse in Psalm 91 is like a fortress, protecting us from fear and danger. The greatest promise in Psalm 91 is this: trust, and you will be protected. The protection in Psalm 91 is not just for your body, but also for your soul and spirit. God is our refuge and strength. These words remind us that He is the one who never changes. From ancient times to today, those facing danger have found strength through Psalm 91. Wherever you are, the promises in Psalm 91 are always with you. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. God not only protects but also listens to every prayer you make. When reading Psalm 91, we find faith that God is always there to cover and guide us. These promises bring hope, no matter what circumstances you are facing in life. Psalm 91 is not just for you, but for those you love. Share this promise with them. Let the words of Psalm 91 sink deep into your heart, reminding you that you are always protected by God. Psalm 91 is a reminder that even in the darkest moments, God's light always shines. The promises in Psalm 91 are like a candle, always ready to light your way. When you read Psalm 91, remember that it is not just words, but a promise from God Himself. God not only protects you from danger, but also gives you strength to move forward in faith. Because He has set His love upon me, therefore I will deliver him. Psalm 91 is a call to love and trust in God. This is not just a prayer, but a promise of faith. Are you ready to receive it? As you read Psalm 91, let every word serve as a reminder of God's unwavering presence. Psalm 91 is not just for moments of hardship. It is also a reminder of the peace God brings every day. Think of the times you felt helpless. Psalm 91 reminds you that there is always one protecting you. Verse 5 says, "You shall not be afraid of the terror by night." God is like a shield, protecting you from all danger. He shall cover you with His feathers. This is not just a promise of safety, but also a symbol of love. Think of the moments you felt surrounded by a power greater than yourself. That is God's protection. In a world full of chaos, Psalm 91 reminds us that we have one who is in control of it all. Wherever you are or whatever you do, the promises in Psalm 91 are always present, bringing peace amidst challenges. Psalm 91 reminds us that we are never alone in life's storms. You shall not be afraid of the terror by night, nor of the arrow that flies by day. God always stands between you and danger. Your story is never forgotten. God sees you, hears you, and protects you. Imagine God as a refuge you can always return to, no matter where you are on your journey. Because He has set His love upon me, therefore I will deliver him. This is a promise that your love for God will never be in vain. God's presence in your life not only protects you, but also gives you the courage to walk forward. The image of angels in Psalm 91 is a reminder that we are always protected, even when we cannot see it. Let Psalm 91 be your daily prayer, reminding you that you are always covered under the shadow of the Almighty. In quiet moments, remember that you are never alone. God is always there. Your trust in God is the bridge between fear and peace. Remember, no challenge is too great for God. He is always with you through every storm. The final verse in Psalm 91 is a reminder that no matter what happens, we have a place to put our full trust. Let Psalm 91 be the beacon that guides you through your hardest times. God has promised that He will never leave you. That promise is the foundation of your peace. Wherever you are, Psalm 91 is always with you, a prayer of protection, faith, and love. Are you ready to walk in God's promises? Let Psalm 91 guide you. The words of Psalm 91 never fade. They live on as a source of strength for each of us. Walk in the light of this promise. God always keeps you safe. Psalm 91 delivers a simple yet powerful message. God is our refuge. He is my refuge and my fortress. This is a declaration of our faith in Him. Psalm 91 is not just for an individual, but also a promise for families, for those we love. Every time you read Psalm 91, you are reminded that nothing is beyond God's power and care. Psalm 91 is like a peaceful river, always ready to bring comfort and hope. The promises in Psalm 91 are unchanging. They give you strength no matter where you are or what you face. I will show him my salvation. This is the final promise in Psalm 91. God grants you eternal life. Let the words of Psalm 91 guide you through each day, bringing faith and peace. In moments when you feel weak, Psalm 91 reminds you that you always have a place to lean on. He is my refuge. This is not just a statement, but a commitment from God to you. Psalm 91 is also a call for you to live with stronger faith and trust that God is always there for you. Psalm 91 not only brings personal hope, but also connects communities and families in faith. I will be with him in trouble. This is the promise that he will never leave you, even in your greatest trials. The imagery of wings in Psalm 91 is a symbol of God's nurturing love and care. Whatever you are facing, remember that God is always with you, always guiding you to peace. Psalm 91 is like a light in the darkness, reminding us that our faith is stronger than any fear. When you read Psalm 91, you find not just protection, but also hope and courage to continue your journey. Psalm 91 reminds us that wherever we are and at any time, God's love always surrounds us. Walk with Psalm 91 in your heart, and let its promises guide you through all circumstances. Let Psalm 91 be your beacon, guiding you through life's challenges and joys. God is not just your refuge, but also your source of strength to face each day. When we share Psalm 91, we build a stronger community, full of faith and hope. Let Psalm 91 be your daily prayer, and feel the peace that God brings to you. Finally, remember this: God is always with you, and his promises never fail. This is not just an ancient poem, but a living source of strength for each of us today. Let Psalm 91 be your lighthouse on your journey of faith. God always keeps you safe. Do you love meaningful Bible stories? Top 7 Bible Stories channel will bring you inspiration and peace every day. Don't forget to like and share your thoughts in the comments section. Your sharing is the motivation for us to bring more stories. Top 7 Bible Stories. Good stories, beautiful meanings.